Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friend Chad Pierce, and welcome again to my channel. It is October 18th of 2024, 1:51 in the p.m. Let's say it together. Praise our God from whom all blessings flow. It is Friday. Happy Friday. So, after last night's roast, that is Trump roasting New York, yes, at the Al Smith dinner, I have decided to ask the question, what if Kamala Harris loses? And what if Trump loses? What will happen to America? Now, some might ask, why did you say that? Well, some things I can't talk about, but let's just say didn't go over well after the election. So again, what will happen? Put in the comment section, what do you think? Well, Trump was on Fox News this morning, right? Good old Fox. And you're welcome to, I'll put in the comment in the description, but he was on Fox News early this morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I noticed she's got on the lilac dress, and his tie is purple and lilac. I don't think that's an accident. I've been saying to you guys last few weeks, get ready. The closer we get to election day, you're going to see these colors. Purple and Tiffany blue, and the sun god Ra. You might even see some red and black. Look, I'm telling you, they got to speak, people. The hidden powers have got to speak. So yeah, check this out. I'm going to feature part of this video at the end of this segment. But yeah, let's just ask the question now. What would happen if Kamala Harris loses? Let's get into it right away.
Vice President Kamala Harris's first sit-down with Fox News was a fiery one, as she and host Bret Baier sparred over everything from the border to whether her presidency will be a continuation of the Biden administration.
It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the...
Yes, may I finish responding, please? But you have to let me finish. Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. And like every new president that comes into office, I will bring my life experiences, my professional experiences, and fresh and new ideas. I represent a new generation of leadership.
I hope you got to say what you wanted to say about Donald Trump. There are a lot of things
There's more to say. I have much more to say,
there are a lot of things that people want to learn about you and your policies, and that's why
I invite everyone to go to KamalaHarris.com.
All right, so we see her. She said go to KamalaHarris.com. Learn of her. Well, as if 3.5 years weren't enough. And I can applaud her by saying, I got my own background, my own feelings, my own, history, whatever, personality. But the bottom line, is it possible for a vice president to separate themselves? People, I'm going to keep it real. When I first started delving into politics, more heavily in my early 20s, one of the first things I thought about was, if a VP runs for president, that person is building upon the legacy of them. I'm going to say it again. And you put in the comment section, you feel the same way. When I first started delving into politics at the early age of 20 years old, one of the first things I felt was that if you're a vice president, you're building upon that which you and the president had to go forward with those goals and objectives. The mere fact that you said, am I putting words in her mouth? Did she say she had to separate? Let's listen to this, then I can go further. I want to make this perfectly clear, right? Let's get this Richard Milhouse Nixon part just right.
Sparred over everything from the border to whether her presidency will be a continuation of the Biden administration.
It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the...
Yes, ma'am. May I finish responding, please? But you have to let me finish. Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency.
That's deep. That says it all. People, I'm in my 60s. Look, why would you not build upon what you have in place? The mere fact that she just said that it will not be a continuation of Joe Biden. Why not? I mean, the average person in the street be like, look, what are you ashamed of? What is it that you think that you don't need? Come on, man. As the girls would say, come on, girl. Come on, man. Look, that has to stay in your brain. This has to stay in your brain.
So, but
pathway to citizenship for the...
Yes, ma'am. May I finish responding, please? But you have to let me finish. Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency.
That makes no sense. I don't care what she said afterwards. She could have said, you know what? Obviously, me and Joe, or any president that chose me to be his or her running mate, we're going to have differences because we have different backgrounds. But I'm going to continue the things that we built on, and I'm going to add my particular take and my particular spin. That's how she should have sold it. Put in the comment section, because this ain't right. This is not right. The fact that she said that should give people pause, whether she said it directly or not. The Biden administration was a flop. If she can't sit here, do an interview and say, I want to build upon what we and him had, after she said a week ago at the 60 Minutes interview that she was involved in the majority of the major decisions. Now you say, this? Come on, man, come on. I want y'all to see. I'm asking the question. How will you feel if she loses? And maybe this is the reason why she's going to lose. Maybe. Let's go further. Rhonda Santos, pulling no punches. He said in the initial part of this video, look, she had a narrow starting point, and they thought they could throw a gazillion dollars out there and run on some type of legacy, and it would be shoo-in, but it didn't happen. Watch him lay it down.
I think that interview last night, that's another example of piercing that veil, where people be able to say, hey, this is the real Kamala, and that's not somebody that should be president. I mean, just think about it. You alluded to it in your opening. She has this slogan that she wants a new beginning. She wants to turn the page. Yet she cannot name one thing that she disagrees with over the last 3.5 years. Then she has this other shtick where she talks about how she is going to save democracy and Donald Trump's a threat to democracy and our institutions. And yet, this is the person that wants to eliminate the filibuster in the Senate so they can pack the Supreme Court and eliminate the Electoral College. She's never been somebody that's cherished American institutions. So I think her whole candidacy is a fraud. I think
That's deep, ain't it? That's deep. Eliminate the filibuster? Come on, man. Stop playing. Is this why she will lose? Now, another part we have to look at. This was 5 months ago. The one I just showed you was within the last hour. They showed Rhonda Santos in relation to the interview that she had a day ago. Okay? But check this out. This is 5 months ago, but it speaks to now. And that is, Trump will win in a landslide if border, economy, and crime are the big three issues. I would say yes. A hearty amen. Check it out.
They're all model citizens. No, they are not. Hundreds upon hundreds of terrorists have passed into the United States through the U.S. southern border. That's not Joe Concha's opinion, or I'm just trying to gaslight your viewers right now. That is according to the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI. And now we don't know where a lot of those people are. And we saw what happened on October 7th. And if we see another September 11th here in the United States, and it ends up being because of folks that crossed over the border looking to do harm here, and the president did nothing about it, then obviously that is a completely impeachable offense, no question. Hopefully that does not happen. But the border is the biggest, probably along with immigration, obviously they go hand in hand, issue that we have here in the U.S. right now, just behind the economy and crime. And if those three issues end up being the big three issues in this election, Donald Trump not only wins, he wins in a landslide, 40 states, not seen since 1988. That's what we're talking about.
Baby, look, it could happen. It could happen. The big three: money, the border, crime. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. And last night, I forgot to put this in my last video. Many times when I relax after I do a video, things come to me. A lot of things come to me, but hey, it's all good. I do what I can. But this gentleman, the comedian, he hosted the affair last night, the Al Smith dinner. He was roasting everybody, okay? Everybody. His name is Jim Gaffigan. Look at his birthday. July 7th of 1966. Watch this. If you take July 7th of 2023, had a birthday then, right? Subtracted from last night's event, 10/17/2024. Look at the difference. 66 weeks and 6 days. Oh my God. 666. Do you think, in relation to the video I showed you earlier, do you think this is speaking? Something bad is coming to America? Oh man, 666. Okay, now check this out. This is the election of the hour. This is what could possibly happen. Mr. First Mega, Ronald Reagan, and let's just say, for argument's sake, Walter Mondale represents the modern day Kamala Harris. This man got 525 electoral votes. He received 13. He had 49% of the vote, of the vote count. He had 1. 49 just happened to be Kamala Harris, the 49th VP. This man didn't show up at the dinner back in the day. And this man won by a landslide. Guess what? Kamala didn't show up at the dinner last night. Could it be repeat? Could it repeat? That's the question. That's the question. 538 votes are at stake. Okay? You need 270 to win. This man got 54 million votes. This man got 37 million votes. Just breaking it down. They had a turnout of 55.2%. A little bit over half of America voted. And also, you see this 10? This 10? This is his hometown of Minnesota. He got 10 delegates. That was it, baby. That was it. I'm gonna show you something. But I think I'm gonna show you what could possibly happen. I believe if it's a landslide. Now check this out. Kamala Harris' hometown, Oakland, California. They get 54 votes for the Electoral College. 54. 54. Remember that number. 54 votes. See if I'm doing this right. 54. I believe I'm right. 50, 80, 88, 50, 80, 92. I don't think I'm doing this right. So hold tight, people. Hold tight. I got to figure this out. 538 minus 54, 484. Okay, yeah, it's 54. California, Oakland, California gets 54 votes. Let me see if I can verify that. Here we go. Here it is. My bad. I did it right. California gets 54 electoral votes. Okay? New York, just so you know, they're trying to get Trump to carry New York. He gets 28 electoral votes there if he wins. But remember, California is the hometown of Kamala Harris. I'm using that as a factor because the hometown back in the day of Walter Mondale, his hometown was Minnesota, which he won. So what I'm projecting is that suppose Kamala Harris only wins her hometown of 54 votes, okay? Now, check this out. Hold that thought. I want to show you 2 more videos and go to some math. I believe it will blow your mind, be astounding. Trump was in a barbershop the other day, and he went to the Bronx. And hey, I want you to see his reception, okay? Check it out.
I just saw a Hispanic poll where I'm at 52%. Nobody's ever seen that before. Republicans never been there before. I'm at 52%. And with black men, I'm at 32% and 31%. This is sort of throwing their formulas off a little bit. You know, this is a little bit of a change. But look, we ran a great country. We had everything going. The world respected us. We had no wars. This group will cause us World War III. They have no idea what they're doing. And you know, I hate to talk that way, but we can't let this woman get in. It's 2 people, and she's and you talk about unstable. She's a whack job. And how about the vice president? How about Waltz? I mean, he's not qualified to be doing this. He is. I mean, you have to look at the vice president very seriously. And you compare him and J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance, #1 at Yale. You know, the whole thing. I mean, high academic. JD is doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and he was with us on the.
Okay, so yeah, he talked about things after he went to a barbershop. Okay, he went to the Bronx barbershop. Lawrence Jones. This is coming out Monday on Fox News. So let me get it. I found it on Benny. I also found it on social media. So check it out. He was at a barbershop earlier. 249. Knockouts Barbershop. King of Knockouts Barbershop. Okay, let's go here. Check it out. Check out his reception that he got.
When Donald Trump walked in, let's go.
Nice to see you all.
Welcome. It's our pleasure.
How good are the barbers here?
Excellent.
Very good. I can see they're good. Hey, nice soft floor. What's that all about?
That's all the back.
It is a soft floor. The back. Nice to see you all.
Hey, guys.
Big hands. Strong guy. Nice to see you. So you're the owner?
My son is the owner. He owns his father.
Oh, you did that very nice and easy, huh? Is he as good as you?
It's great.
Donald Trump hammered it up the way that he just rolls into these circumstances that would cause Kamala Harris to cackle with anxiety and nervousness. President Trump hanging with the guy.
Yeah, he's at the show. Fox News, Lawrence, with him. Now let me break this thing down to you guys, okay? I already broke down to you that we saw the 666 earlier, okay? Jim Graffian. Historically, Ronald Reagan had 525 votes. That was 97.5% of the vote. Walter Mondale won 13 votes. That's 1%, okay? 525 minus 13 gave you 512. I transformed it into a date. It only came out to 143. So 525, like May 25th, versus January the 13th, January 3rd, came out to 143. No problem. Now, but check this out. Trump, I'm saying with these numbers, with the percentages, Trump will win 484 electoral votes. If it's a repeat of what happened historically with Mondale, because Mondale did not go to the dinner. He only won his state. which was Minnesota. She didn't go to the dinner. If the cycle repeats, she'll only win her state, Oakland, California, which gave what? It was that 54 I showed you earlier, right? It was 54. She got 54. So check this out. That's a 89.9% victory, or 90%. That leaves 10%. 10%. Will that mean Roman numerals are X or between the lines? Harris wins home state of Oakland, California, 54 votes, which is 1% of the vote, Electoral College. The goal is 538. 538 minus 54 gives you 484 for Trump. That's what I'm thinking. Symbolically, Trump will get 84 million votes. That's what I'm thinking. If it's 84, we know 84 is August 4th. It'll be symbolic for Barack Obama's birthday, August 4th. So it'll be some type of other numbers in there, like 222, 666, or 636, or 444. It's going to be something. But it should be around 84%, 84 million in a landslide, okay? Kamala, I'm projecting she'll win 59 or 60 million votes, okay? Which reflects her age. She'll be 60 years old October 20th. You feel me? So 84 million for Trump, 59 million or 60 million for Kamala. Timestamp the video. We'll go back to it. And like I said, New York has 28 votes. This is going to be interesting, people. But I'm telling you, I really think the proof is in the pudding. Once Kamala Harris spoke and said what she said earlier, that's the dagger. Put in the comment section, do you believe that the average vice president should at least play the game and say, I will build upon what me and Joe have already put in place, and I will also do my spin as well? Do you think that would have been, look, we in the final lap of this thing. The final lap. She got to be at the best of her best. If this is her best of the best, that's a problem. Optics all day. I said in one of my videos, I think a week ago, is that Trump had her based on what? Experience. Do you feel me? In other words, Trump is not wavering. He's a Sade, old school, 25 years ago, Sade, smooth operator. This woman here, all due respect, she out of her league. She's out of her league, people. And between word salad and this is a flip-flop as far as I'm concerned. Look at her past videos. Now she's saying that it won't, hers is basically separate. Hers will not reflect Joe's. Why would you do that? Once you win the presidency, you can do what you want to do. Most politicians are going to do that anyway. The goal is to get in. I'm not saying lie. I'm just saying, look, you trying to get up in there. So it hurts you to say that you won't carry on the legacy that him and you built. What it does, it speaks volumes that you are maybe ashamed of what you guys built. And you know the numbers allegedly speak that people can't deal with it in relation to what? The top three. Let's look at it. The top three. The top three are what? Border, economy, and crime. You tell me what matters to you. You a senior citizen? It's got to be crime. It's got to be economy. And I know it's the border. If you got illegals that you don't know, X amount of thousand came over that were villains, big time villains, KILLERS, folks on probation. Come on, man. If you're young, You can't run a campaign based on, oh man, I'm gonna deal with the women's issue. I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna in the home stretch show how I can help black families and families in general. You can't run on that. Because any logical thinker would be like, look, baby, you know what? It's different to have a woman. I get it. You all are built different. But let's be for real. You had 3.5 years. There is a stark difference between the border now and the border then, the economy then and the economy now, crime then and crime now. People, you got to choose your priorities. We got to live in this thing. You think we're going to go to Haiti or go to Nicaragua if this thing come tumbling down? No, now we can't go there. But they're here. And this administration put us in this situation. No wonder she don't want to build upon it. Because she know she's more of a one-worlder than anybody. Case closed. Yes, I said it. But in the very near future, I'm going to do a flip and ask, what would you do if Donald Trump loses? I'm Franchise Pearson. Like I say, I'm fighting every day. Make sure that you subscribe every day. I do at least 3 videos a day. It's a lot of work just to get between 2 to maybe 6,000 views. I'm trying to get the advertisers to pay me what I'm worth. I know I got good content, and some decodes are great. You'll never see them anywhere else. I'm trying to point people in the right direction. Okay? That's all. I'm trying to make sure people have a good knowledge of what's going on. But mainly, I want you to know that the Lord loves you. He said, endure unto the end. And if I can equip you with a little bit of knowledge to do it, and the blessing plan of Christ, is worth it all. Keep praying for me. I'll pray for you. God bless you and family.